I will. Yep, I just
Thank you.
yes, absolutely.
And
All
then
right.
can you send it to me after we're done? Because I'm not going to be able to stay on for longer than a half hour. I have a class to attend to as well.
Sure.
Thank
What
you.
I do though, Daniel, is I'll set it up on the Real Estate Answer Man. It's a YouTube channel that I have, and that way you'll
Okay.
be able to go in there at any time and see any of the meetings that we had.
All right. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Hi,
Appreciate you.
Daniel.
That's Iris saying hi, Daniel.
Hey, Iris, how are you?
Okay, and yourself?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good. All righty. I think it got everybody in pretty much. But we're gonna go ahead and get rocking and rolling here. All right, I'm gonna start off with a real quick today's OHT, objection handling technique, and it's called feel, felt, found. So wait a minute, let me make sure I am recording. Oh, yep, it's recording. All right, it says feel, felt, found. All right, and the way you use that is somebody has an objection. Hey, I don't think that I don't think that this house is big enough for me, or something like that. So basically, you're gonna acknowledge the rejection. Hey, I know how you feel about that, and that's a legitimate feeling. So you legitimize it first and let them know how you feel, and say, I had a couple of other clients that felt that same way. Wow, they really did feel that, hey, the house was really too small for them. But what they found was that living in it, it's actually a lot bigger than they could have imagined, and they're glad they didn't get a bigger house note. So you can use feel, felt, found on a lot of different things, but the whole premise of this OHT is that you have to acknowledge their feeling. Other people or you yourself felt the same way, but what you found out is that maybe whatever it is that you want to go with it, just handling the objection. And there's another one we talked about earlier called tipping the bucket.
Join the meeting.
Yep. There's no called tipping the bucket, and tipping the bucket basically is just finding out if there are any other objections that they have. So all is well. Okay, so that's today's OHT. And I want you all really to definitely read your code of ethics, the tips. They're online. You can go to the PG Card's website. You can go to NAR's website. But the PG Card will have the one for the state of Maryland. So go in there and get your code of ethics, look at it, and read it so you don't violate it. There are 3 basic sections, our commitment to the public, our commitment to the other professional, and our commitment to the business. So you'll take a look at it and get it in there. It's a lot of different there's 17 different articles, but they all are information that we need to know. Also, I'm going to say, please read the Maryland contract that was just redone here. I think they did this year instead of doing it in October of last year. They actually did it in January, so of this year. So make sure you're not assuming that the same contract that you've used for the last couple of years is the same one. They've updated a lot of things in there. All right. General info we've already covered. Any and all client documents have to be emailed to me within 48 hours, 2 business days of being signed and are ratified by the client. If it's not completely ratified, I will return it to you. But scan it in, send it to me as an email for me to look over. There are some new online classes. I'm going to share my screen right here real quick. I think I'll do it. All right, can everybody see my screen? Hello, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
I can.
fantastic.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So this is the 36% off the CE shop, and you basically going to go to dmvrealestatecareer.com. dmvrealestatecareer.com. See a little logo here, and what that does is that will give you the 36% off on your CE courses. So yeah, a lot of times we don't want to do it virtually because you have to sometimes take a test, and not sometimes, I think all the time you have to take a test and things like that. But I found it to be very beneficial, if you, especially if you're running up against a time crunch there. You can jump in here, you take your 2-3 hours, take a little test that they give you, and you'll get your certificate sent to you. It'll also be sent to the real estate commission for you. Okay. All right. So you can do that. We'll cover a few little market stats right quick. If I can find those. Prince George's County market stats. So right now it's a funny market. Okay. So closed sales are down. Okay. New pendings are down. Active listings are pretty much the same relatively, and the month supply is down. So in other words, in about 1.3, 1.4 months, we would be out of properties if nothing else went on the market at the rate that properties are selling right now. But the thing to note is that in this whole transitional time where everything's down, prices have gone up. The median sold price has gone up 7.4%, and the average sold price has gone up 7.3%. So the market is moving up. People are gaining equity. The number of days on the market did go up as well. And but new pending sales went down. So this is the time where you cannot assume that your people will reach out to you. If you don't reach out to your people, it may be a problem. So this is just information I got right from PG Car. You go up to PG Car and what I hit you go right to all right, you go right there to Prince George's County. You don't even need to log in anything else like that. You go to events and news and market reports, and everything is right there. Okay. All right. So you just wanted to cover that. Also, I want you all to get your one-on-one business plan meetings in. Get your business plan meetings in there. So what that looks like is I have a one-page business plan template. Okay. I have a questionnaire that I need you to answer the questions on. That gives us the framework, so we're not doing it face to face. That way, I can be ready for you when you come in. Your mindset is what your business plan is all about, and your goals are being set there. I also want you to complete, before we do that, I want you to complete your DISC assessment. Now, everybody knows sellstate.com. Okay, I told you how to go there before. You're going to go to sellstate.com, go to source. Okay. And there on where it says online training, click on online training, source online training. And when you see this, you don't have to sign in, you don't have to log in, you don't have to do anything like that. You just scroll right down, and there is the DISC assessment. You click that, you're going to put in your name and your email, and the DISC assessment is going to be done, and it's going to be sent to you. Once you receive it, please send it to me. What I do with the DISC assessment is I use it to help build your business, help coach you and guide you based on your own profile under DISC. I've done mine. I knew what it was before, but now I actually have it in writing, and I have it I'm a 99D and a 99I. So that would explain, if you know anything about DISC, that would explain a lot about me. But everybody needs to know what your DISC score is, because it's going to determine your success in the business. And that when you know that you react one way, and when you recognize that there's another client, an agent, or somebody else that is, and you can tell what their profile is, once you study this process enough, you'll be able to know how, where sometimes if they're a very methodical person and they're very like engineers and things like that, you have to slow your word speed down. And then you have to acknowledge them and let them know that you understand what they're saying. And you see what I just did there. I slowed my words down. That's not my normal word speed, but I would need to do that, even though it might drive me crazy, but I would need to do that so that my client, the person who I'm trying to talk with, can be more comfortable with talking to me on that. So it's a real 2-page questionnaire, 1-page business plan. It's going to take us all of about 30 minutes to just talk about it and put some things in place in terms of where you want to be financially and how to get there and things like that. We'll start to build a firm foundation. So now it's real important. A lot of things are happening right about now. It's real important that you, as a real estate professional, would go ahead and get everything that you need in place so that you can survive this market as it is. Now, I don't think it's going to be that bad because there's a lot of talk that interest rates are going to be going down as they try to, regulate the economy and things like that. But I think we'll be fine. But do not stop working. Do not stop going to work and getting all that you need in. Do not assume that clients are going to call you. You call them. It's your job. All right. Do not assume that they're going to do business with you because they like you. Other people are in their ear as well. So make sure you're not making those mistakes, and you're keeping up on top of your business and making and taking the time to let people know that you are in the business, that you are the answer person for them. Okay. All right. Now, that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Tiana Otley. She's going to do a nice presentation on how to generate leads through social media. So please, fasten your safety belts, get ready. You'll be able to learn something and know something. She's done a great job at generating her own leads, things like that. A lot of people might think that I'm giving her stuff. No, I don't even know the names of the people who she's sending over to me for listing agreements and for buyer broker agreements. I don't know their names. The first time I'm seeing them, hearing about them, and whatever. So she's getting her own business. So please take note. Tiana, you ready to share your screen and take it from here?
Yes, I'm ready. I just need screen sharing.
I've already done it.
Awesome. Let me see.
Sharing with somebody else's.
Okay, this is all right. Perfect. Okay, I'm
Gotcha.
sharing right now. Let me see if I can share these now. All right, so hey everybody. Hopefully you guys can see my screen.
Hey.
Hi. So I just want to go through. So some of you guys may know me, some of you guys may not. So I'm Tiana Otley, daughter of Chuck Otley. So I've been investing in real estate for about 8 years now. And last year I was basically talking about investing so much with all my friends and family members, and even on my social media, that people started coming to me asking like, hey, well, can you help me buy a house? And I'm like, no, I'm teaching you guys about investing. I'm not like trying to teach y'all how to buy a house. But essentially that kind of encouraged me, that my dad and some of my close friends kind of encouraged me to actually become a realtor. So last year I actually became a realtor. And what I realized is that a lot of the things that like my dad's way of doing real estate as a millennial, I just did not like the idea of cold calling and reaching out to my sphere of influence. I was just like, oh my God, like I gotta talk to people on the phone. What? So what I wanted to do, and I was talking with other realtors about ways to kind of make sure you're still having business, but not having to engage as fully. And the idea is that you can create an online presence where people see you on a regular basis and they feel like they're communicating with you on a regular basis, but you're setting boundaries. And that's through using social media. So instead of me calling a lot of people on a regular basis, what I did was started to create this social media presence so that people see me always talking about real estate, but I'm not actually talking to them. I'm just pre-recording content, and they feel like, oh, this is someone who knows about it, even though I'm not having one-on-one conversations with them yet. So really quickly, true or false, 96% of today's buyers are using the internet for their home search. True or false?
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Easy answer. So true. So if 96% of today's home buyers are using the internet to search for the homes, then when people are searching for homes online, are they being directed to you? So the idea is to brand yourself and create some sort of online presence so that when people are searching for homes, you can automatically get leads. So what we're trying to do is create a set it and forget it plan where you have created this online internet persona And so that whenever people have questions about you, who you are, or even questions in general about real estate, they're going to the same source, or they're going to a reputable source, which is your online presence. So I would say you would need to brand yourself, make sure you have consistent messaging across your platforms. You can create a brand new Facebook page or brand new Instagram, but also if you're not using your personal social media page for business, and or if you're not really using it, you can kind of change that page to a business page. You just really have to make sure you clean up your content and make sure it only aligns with what you want to convey for your business. So consistent messaging, consistent color scheme, figure out what your promo picture is going to be, what information you're going to put out there. And this is just so that people know that they're in the right place. So in creating a social media presence, MREC, Maryland Real Estate Commission, and then also GCAR, they have their advertising checklist, which is pretty similar. So of course your name has to be on there first and last name, or your name is listed on your license, your real estate license, what your license category is. So are you a real estate salesperson or a broker? Your brokerage name, so Sales State Dominion Realty, our brokerage phone number, 301-333-1111. And then our information has to be true and accurate. And then there's some other guidelines as well. But those are the main things when you're creating your whatever your marketing is. So let's talk about setting up your profiles. You should be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and have a website landing page. Now, I know some people are just like, wait, what? You need to go and basically become a millennial or Gen Zer in order to gather leads? And the answer is yes. And if you don't want to do it yourself, hire someone to do it for you. And this is just so that you have some sort of public brand. So we're going to talk a lot about YouTube today, but Instagram, Facebook, and just having like a website landing page, those are just all used to send information to people. So you can have, like, I have a QR code on the back of my business card because people don't keep business cards, but they'll take a picture of a QR code, and that way they can go to my landing page. And I have all of my important information on there. I have the advertising requirements, so my contact information, brokerage information. I have a short bio about myself. So my specialty is real estate investors because that's kind of how I got into it. But for you, your specialty may be something different. And then you can think about creating an introduction video with or without your face. So your intro video could be like you saying like, hey, everybody, my name is Tiana Otley. Or it could be just a picture of a house and you're just talking over it and be like, hey, like, I want to show you houses like this. Definitely feel free to contact me, reach out to me. I've been doing real estate for X amount of years. This is what you should be doing. So I say to look at all these different channels, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and then have your website landing page. But to make it not overwhelming, you can start with just one niche and one platform. So figure out which one you're going to do. I started off with Instagram and I'm actually switching to YouTube because the reason I got this idea for this meeting for you all is because I was talking with my friend and she was able to really scale her business more so on YouTube than any other social media platform. And the reason why she chose YouTube was because YouTube is basically a search engine. So on YouTube, there's a couple of things you can do. You can do home tours, which everyone loves. Like if you look at the internet, everyone is taking these luxury home tours. Now that doesn't mean that your buyers will all be luxury buyers, but it's going to allow them to kind of see what you see. We have a beautiful advantage to be able to get inside of properties by just requesting through showing time. And you can take video tours of these properties and promote that property. But what you're really doing is promoting yourself as someone who's knowledgeable about real estate in the area. You can do general, like say you don't want to leave the house, you can do general informational videos, or these are the 3 things you need to do to buy a house, or here are 2 loans that you can use to buy a house. FHA loan, you need a 580 or higher. Conventional, you need a 620 or higher. Like there's so many ways that you can go about it. And like I said, these can be faceless, so you can create a PowerPoint presentation.
Join the meeting.
And it can be a faceless, or it can be documentary style where they can see you, or you can be actually doing a home tour. So why YouTube? The great thing about YouTube is that the videos last a long time. So a video that you created 5 years ago can still be getting views, right? Like you see some videos have 1 million views. They've been on the internet for 5 years. That one video can generate views in the future, and that video that's generating views can continue to generate leads. So the idea is to create set it and forget it marketing plans, so that if you do a couple of really solid videos, you're leaving that on YouTube to kind of do its own work, allow people to look at it. And once people look at it, they'll click your link, go to your landing page and sign up. So that one piece of marketing can continue to generate leads for you in the future. Also, what people don't realize is that besides Google, YouTube is used as a search engine. So when we think about like how you search up information, like back in the day when I was in high school, we used Merriam-Webster. No, people use YouTube and they use Google. So when they want to know how to buy a house, they're going to Google how to buy a house, or they're going to go to YouTube, how to buy a house. And if even more specifically, they're going to say, how do I buy a house in Maryland? Or how do I buy a rental property in Maryland? Or where in Maryland are the best luxury homes? So because YouTube is used as a search engine, it's a great way to catapult your real estate business because people are already going here to search for information. It has over 120 million daily active users, right? 120 million people across the entire globe are going to YouTube on a regular basis. It's the second most popular website in the world. So Google's the first, YouTube's the second, Facebook is the third, Instagram is the sixth, TikTok is the ninth. So by using YouTube, number one, we call it like YouTube University. You go in there to learn. You can become the educator that's teaching people on YouTube. You can also, you're basically changing it so that you're not a consumer of information, but you're a provider of information. And that's just another way where you're showing that you're an expert in your field. And also you can do all this stuff without even paying for ads, right? So sometimes when you on YouTube or any type of platforms, people pay for ads in order to market their stuff. But because people want to see videos of house tours, a lot of times you don't have to pay for ads to get in front of a lot of eyes. So you're essentially creating this free marketing tool. All you have to do is do the work of doing the videos or hiring someone to do it for you and create the channel to do it yourself. So I created my YouTube channel recently, and basically the main thing you want is a link to some sort of landing page where people can give their information. So the information that you want from them basically is their name and email, and then hopefully their phone number if you guys like to talk on the phone. So, but the name and email is the main thing because it allows me to send them information. And you can market and say like, oh yeah, this is a beautiful home, but maybe you posted this video 5 years ago and that home is no longer available. Someone reaches out to you and says, hey, is this home still available? You say like, no, this one isn't, but I can find a home that's really similar to this. So that just give me your information and then let me get you pre-qualified so that I can take you out to find a home that's very similar to this, right? And that's when we'll go and add them to our MLS and set them up with the automated listings. And they tell you exactly what they want. They want 4 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. They want a backyard. They'll tell you that and you set it up for them. So really you're just using it to capture leads. And then you can promote it to them by saying like, hey, like if you sign up for my listserv, I will send you a free market analysis of your home, right? So that's just us doing a CMA and sending it to them. Or you can have a free 15-minute consultation with me, right? So for some people who are great at talking on a phone, having a free consultation is exactly the way that you sell them, right? Like, so even though I don't like to talk on the phone, as some other people, hint my broker, I'm long-winded. So I can actually, I actually have really good phone conversations because I'm really engaged and I have a background in counseling. Or you can just say, hey, I'm going to send you a list of homes on the market, right? So the idea of like, oh, a list of homes on the market, that sounds crazy, but what you're really doing is just setting them up in the MLS to receive the automated leads. And you're basically sending them this information directly from the MLS. You're setting it and forget it, right? They want to be in this zip code, you send them homes in that zip code. they're the ones that are looking at it every day. You've done it one time and you're allowing all these resources to work for you. So the content that you want to focus on is based on your niche, right? So when I say niche down, all right, yeah, so you're a realtor, but what area are you focused on? Are you looking in a certain location? So we've talked in the past about farming a certain area. So maybe you want to focus on new home developments in Waldorf or mini mansions out in Upper Marlboro Bowie. Maybe you want to just do condos or affordable homes or luxury homes. Figure out what area of content you want to focus on and really focus on that. Go in the MLS to see what properties match that criteria and then set up showings for yourself to just go in and take photos, or not take photos, but take videos so that you can kind of create content that you can use for the future. When you have your Instagram page, what you'll end up doing is you'll have a landing page. So my very first landing page was a free Google Sites page. I think that the domain name cost $12 a year, but it was a free Google Sites page. And I went and I just created my own page, and I just built it one by one because I'm really kind of interested in like web design. So I built my own page, and whenever I have information, I just go through and I add additional, let me see if, you guys can see it, but I go through and I add additional information to the web page. And when people ask me questions, if I don't want to have the same conversation over and over again, like, hey, what do I need to do to get prepared to buy a house, right? I don't want to have that conversation 15 times with 15 different people, but I can send them a YouTube video that I've done on this, or I can send them a step-by-step that's on my webpage. But even better than that is that KV Core has created a lead generation page for us. So in 10 minutes, I went in KV Core and created this page. I created this lead generation page, and you guys will look just like this. You change it from your town. I put in area real estate deals, or you can change it to condo or Bowie real estate deals. You can change this wording here. So I added in new construction off of the advice of the girl I know who does YouTube videos on new construction. And you can essentially kind of create this lead generation page. Now this is going to take you to your same KV Core real estate page, but the main thing you're doing is you're getting their email information. They can put in their phone number, but you're basically building up your CRM, building up your database of customers. And all because they're looking at some pretty video. They come in, quickly do this. They want a list of properties. Okay, now you know who to follow up with. All right. So when you're building your web page or any type of online presence, we talk about SEO. So SEO, it seems very, very confusing, but really what it means is search engine optimization. So what are the popular words that people tend to use? And when they type these words in the web page, will it direct them to you? All right, so SEO, all these, I looked them up to make sure that these are words that people use. When I looked up real estate under Google Trends, so Google Trends basically looks at whoever is searching terms across the entire Google platform, what percentage of people are searching terms and what are some of the related terms that they're searching. So I looked up real estate and they gave me all these terms that people use. So I would incorporate this somewhere, either into my website or into my YouTube page or onto my social media, because whenever these terms are typed into Google or into a search engine, I want them to be directed to me. I want to show up somewhere on that search page. And the more terms I have, the higher on the search page I can show up. So you can see the buyer's one is really simple, like how do I find a realtor? Who's the top rated realtor? How do I write the best offer? I want a foreclosure. The sellers is more so, how do I sell my home fast? What are some home selling tips? They also want to find a realtor. Sometimes if their investors are looking for information about a 1031 exchange or curb appeal. So it's important that you're using the right information when you're creating your page, because if you don't use any information, then Google and YouTube, they don't know to send those people who are searching those things to you. They don't know it until they tell you. So you definitely want to make sure you increase your visibility by using key real estate terms that people commonly search for. And so, like I said, you can just do a Google trend search to see what percentage of people are actually searching the word real estate. And they'll tell you, okay, in addition to real estate, they're also searching for real estate agent. And you can kind of do this with any field. It doesn't have to be real estate. Okay, so let's talk about this tool. So you know that you want to create your branding, right? So maybe getting one good picture, which you may already have because you have your business cards. You maybe want to create a landing page. You can do it through KV Core, or you can hire someone to do it for you, or you can do a free one through Google Sites. Because I already have a Gmail, I did mine through sites.google.com. So you're creating this free landing page to basically capture people's information and provide information. Now, what type of content are you actually recording, and how are you recording it? Well, most of us, we already have the most important thing to record content, and that's a modern cell phone that can record videos. So a cell phone that record videos, it can be a Google Pixel, or Android, or iPhone. Most of today's cell phones have enough megapixels to record good quality videos. But you do want to make sure that you're recording it at the highest quality. So if your phone records in HD, that's good. If it records in 4K, that's even better. There's something called FPS. If it records in 30, that's good, but if it records in 60, that's better. So you want to make sure that your phone is set up to record the best videos, and you can simply do what? A Google search or a YouTube search in order to figure out how do you make your phone record in the best setting. And then you turn your phone horizontally, because on YouTube, most of the videos are horizontal, right? Whereas Instagram, they're vertical, they're up and down, but you want to turn your phone horizontal. What some people do is they get a video stabilizer, because it makes their images that much more smooth. And having smooth images just makes for better videos, which ideally means that more people watch it, more people share it, and it kind of creates more exposure for you. So you can invest in this, $99, write it off in your taxes. But if you don't, you could just walk around the house with your phone held sideways and record. Just make sure you have enough space on your phone, and make sure you're able to update it, to upload it. So there's so many different types of editing softwares that you can use, and you can talk to someone about that. But the main thing is to just start getting content out there. And so if you have to stop and pause, or maybe just take off the sound and just put music over it, just do what you need to do to get as much content out as possible, so that people start associating your name with real estate online. And that way you can start to build your lead funnels. When you're recording when you're recording homes, make sure you're highlighting the best features. So for me, I will actually be looking for homes that are already staged, because it's easier for people to be able to see themselves in a home that's staged. Sometimes a blank canvas, first of all, it doesn't film as well. And also, a lot of times people have a harder time seeing online how they fit their stuff. So homes that are staged can, in some ways, present better. And then a call to action. So, hey, if you want to see these new construction homes in Clinton, Maryland, contact me today, or click on the link in my bio, or fill out my listserv. A listserv is basically just like a document that they sign up and put their information in. So you'll say, like, click the link in my bio if you want to set up a call with me. Click the link in my bio if you want to see this house. And really what you're doing is you're just getting their information. So some people are like, oh, I'm so bad with designs. So that's why I use Canva. This entire presentation was created through Canva. And as you can see, for most part, Canva already gave me a lot of the designs. I'm just changing out pictures, making them related to real estate or not, right? So I can just use Canva to create flyers, banners. I can use Canva to upload my picture, to create business cards. And I can use Canva for so many different things. But you can do that if you want to make things prettier. You don't have to make them pretty right now. But the first thing to do is making sure that you're getting content out there. And then last but not least, like, if you choose to pay, you can. Like, you don't have to pay for any of these things. You don't have to get the video stabilizer. You can just use your phone. Setting up a YouTube channel is free. Creating a Canva account is free. You have all the tools that you need already to be able to use this marketing plan without having to pay. However, you can choose to pay in order to promote your business online. So for instance, if you want to pay someone to set it up, like a lot of millennials, a lot of Gen Z kids, they already know how to do it. And I say them because like the bigger companies, they'll charge an arm and a leg for them to set up a web page, whereas that's something that we just kind of do in our free time. You can run your own Google ads, but those can be $1,000 a month. Facebook ads, you can run your own. If you already have a listing, it's really easy to run Facebook ads because once you put it in the MLS, KV Core, and I think HomeSnap will give you options to run ads. YouTube has a pay-per-click option where you can run ads on there. So you have the option if you want to pay for these things, you can definitely pay for these things, but you don't have to. The idea with creating the videos on YouTube is basically to allow you to have a free way to generate leads. You're having people reach out to you through an organic stream of marketing. And the only thing you're doing is maybe spending a Saturday, going to see 2 or 3 homes, recording it and posting it online. And then making sure it's somewhere in your description or your bio, it says, contact me, click this link to contact me. So you're just basically creating the content for them to consume and then contact you. So that is one of the ways that we go about creating these online platforms and creating a social media presence, because our goal, or my particular goal, is to be able to generate leads without having to cold call people, without having to have the conversation of, hey, old friend, how are you? Are you looking to sell your house anytime soon? For me, that just kind of feels unnatural and uncomfortable. But for other people, it may work. But for me, I would rather just be a consistent presence for people to see and have them constantly see me on a regular basis talking about real estate and reach out to me directly through whatever social media platform when they're ready. So yeah, though that's all I have for you guys today. So let me know if you guys have any questions.
Yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and ask the questions away.
Hey, Dr. O,
Yes, ma'am.
this is Angela. I'm just wondering, how much do we owe her for all that information? Because that was great.
That was yeah.
That's
It's
all I'm
awesome.
saying.
Yeah,
I
right.
hear you. That was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, yeah. See, and it's good to know that all that is out of there, is out and available for us. And this is kind of a generational divide that we have to jump in order to make our lives easier, make our lives better. I mean, yeah, I'm looking for a Canva coach and all that other kind of stuff, because all of this kind of stuff is, I played around with it for a little bit, but just like my KV Core, you got to get in there and get your hands dirty. Got to use it. You can't break it, and do some things, and then eventually, you'll get good at it. But that's just like we did everything else in life. Sometimes it doesn't come with a manual, so you got to figure it out. Yeah, certainly real estate does not come with a manual. I mean, there's some training sometimes, maybe, but a lot of times they give you a license and then say bye, so, trainings like this are real excellent. Perfect, yeah. All right, who else has some questions? Oh, y'all know everything and all of that stuff and whatnot right now. So okay, everybody knows everything. So I guess we'll just
She answered all the questions.
yeah, she truly did. She truly did. She asked the questions that and y'all don't know, but I've been sending little questions in the chat and whatnot. She's been just answering them on the fly. So yep, all is well. All is well. All right, that was some good stuff. Now, like I do with all of this stuff, I'm recording this and I'll put it up on the YouTube channel so that the Real Estate Answer Man, and you'll be able to go back in a couple of days and go through this on your own and just take your time and digest it thoroughly, along with the other uploads that are on there too. So, yep, that'll be all good.
Yeah, thank you, Tiana.
Yes, you're welcome. Feel free to reach out to me.
All right, good. All hearts and minds clear. Everybody good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a little asleep at the wheel until she started talking. I'm good now.
Oh.
You better watch that, Dr. O. I tell you.
Hey, that is my goal. Replace me. Look, I am not mad at
Oh
it. I
man.
ain't crazy. Yeah, come on. Yeah, yeah. That's true. But you know, I think it's really important that we keep a fresh look. It's always been that way in real estate. You know, one of the things I said a couple of times ago, we have a new lockbox. It's called Centric Guard. So we all used to the word Central Lock. They have a new one called Centric Guard that does awesome things. So really, you know, I want everybody to get that box because the security on it is off the chain. So I can put that on a house, and if the appraiser needs to get in, I can give them a code. If a contractor needs to get in, I can give them a code and give it for a certain time. So you can go there on Thursday between 12 and 3. You're just doing that little. If you get there before 12, it won't work. If you need to use it after 3, it won't work. You know, and we could do things like that, and go back in there. Like I had one appraiser up in a property in Glen Burnie. She was running late. I said, okay, well, let me send you another code. You do it from my phone, and I take a picture of it and send it to her. She could use and get it, and I'll know who's been using the box. So a lot of little things like that. So yeah, absolutely. As things change, we have to change with it, and yeah, be better for it. Okay, well, I'm not gonna keep you. This was real good. Angela and Angela, we're getting ready to finish up at 6:45. Just so you all know, Angela was the one that said, "Oh, Dr. O, man, your meetings are too long. We need to get in and out of here in 45 minutes." And we did that, just that. So
And we got a lot of information.
and that's what it's all about. That's exactly what it's all about. Instead of taking up 50 minutes talking about nothing, let's get something in there and short and sweet and chew on that nugget for a little while and then go from there. So, yep. Okay. If
Thank
we're
you,
all
Dr.
good,
O.
all righty then.
Okay.
I'm signing off. You all go do some business. Let's go. Please get in
Thank you.
your disc assessment and let us talk. This is the time we need to get ready to look at how we did. You know, we're up to 3 quarters now, 3/4 of the year, whether we hit our goals that we set in last year, and if we didn't, we need to make some adjustments and then start looking forward to our goals. My personal time to do that is in November. So you know, we're gonna be kind of looking at some things and making some adjustments and whatnot and changes to the business to do better. So all righty, everybody, take it easy. All right, this meeting is open.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
All right, talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.